What's up YouTube? Tench Arizona, the angry Dracolope with the Dracolope crew here, and I have a review for you today, and it is going to be a review on, excuse me, problem with these pockets, a review on this, the Tops Tibo. But first, you will have to watch the intro. So, see you soon. And I'm back, and as I said, today I am reviewing this, the Brian Griffin designed Tops Tibo. Now I'm going to cut this recording here and move down to this camera. There will be no audio, so I'll probably do the voiceover when I get back home, but I'm going to do a little bit of testing with it. I do know this knife very well. I've had it a couple of years now, and it's a long overdue review, so enjoy. And I'm back. Well, you just saw me testing the Brian Griffin designed Tops Tibo. Though I will be honest, the testing is kind of redundant because it's not the factory edge. I've reprofiled this edge to 17 degrees per side, and of course I have custom handle scales on it, so this is not the state that you get this knife in. However, I will give you my honest to God opinion on this knife. Also, thank you to Robert R. Ricks, the angry Jackalope, for pointing this blade out to me. Now, on to the important part. What do I rate the knife? And let me just get that back in my pocket. It's a little bit awkward because I haven't worn this jacket in a long ass time. So, I'll zip that pocket up in a minute. So, what are my opinions on the blade? Well, it is a 1095 steel blade, 2.5 inches long. And even when it had the factory edge, it was a really good knife, but I really did not like the factory edge, which is why I reprofiled it. And as I mentioned, I reprofiled it to 17 degrees per side, 34 degree inclusive angle, which in my opinion is the perfect edge angle for that kind of knife. Now, it is designed as a neck knife. A lot of people will not like it for that simple fact. However, my experience with it has been it's a very good utilitarian blade. The 1095 steel does require a bit of maintenance, though thankfully, and this is the only time you're going to hear me say this, thankfully the blade has a traction coating. Usually, I hate traction coating. You'll probably already know this from my video on the CRKT Pangolin, which is in 8 CR13 MOV stainless steel. So, on stainless steel blades, yeah, I do not like traction coating, but for a high carbon steel blade, I deem it absolutely fucking necessary. Now, as I said, I have custom handle scales on it. I have to get it back out my pocket again now. Yeah. Oh, and it does come with the Kydex sheath, so that is original. But I have some custom handle scales on it, yellow and black. These were made by Denny Carey over at Carey Customs. Haven't heard from him in a while. Do not know if he's still making knife handles. If he's not, it's a shame, because he makes really good stuff, or made really good stuff. As I said, I haven't heard from him in quite a while, so I'm not too sure if he's actually still making. Sorry about that. I'm kind of multitasking today, trying to run my action camera, get stuff in and out of my pockets. It's just not easy. Anyway, what do I rate the Tops Tibo, designed by Brian Griffin and manufactured by Tops? Well, to steal a coin of phrase from Rewind! To steal a coin of phrase from Wingman115, it's 5 stars, a grand slam. So, why is it 5 stars? Even though I dislike the factory edge, why is it 5 stars? Well, it's 5 stars because it truly is a performer. Even before I reprofiled it, and by the way, it was a year before I reprofiled it. So, that was everyday use for a year before I reprofiled that blade. And I only needed to sharpen it one time, and that was the time I reprofiled it. The reason it needed resharpening is I was cutting some meat and slammed straight into a bone. Not the best situation. It did roll the edge. I thought, ah, fuck it, I'll reprofile it. Since I've reprofiled it, I've had no problems. It cuts through bone like a fucking laser. Now, it did have a bit of trouble cutting the wood out here. That is because it is quite humid out here, quite damp, and the wood is all wet. Not very easy stuff to cut. And the wood I was cutting was from a recent storm, just fell out of the tree. As you saw, I had to kind of break it off as it was tangled in brambles and weeds, all that good shit. Anyway, I rate the blade 5 stars. The ergos, even before I got the handle scales for it, were more than acceptable. They were acceptable, to say the least. They were extremely comfortable ergos before I added the scales. With the scales, the ergos on it are perfect. It's a perfect little neck knife, or a boot knife if you want to get a custom sheath for it and have a boot clip put on it. But yeah, I can only ever really rate this knife a 5 stars. And that's not biased because I like Tops. I do like Tops, but as I said, I did not like the original edge angle. And I have got another Tops knife, the Tahoma Field knife. I'll do a review on that, and I have got some cons on that. But that's not going to be for a while yet. Anyway, as I said, I rate the Tops Tibo, designed by Brian Griffin, as 5 stars, a grand slam. Again, very many thanks to Robert R. Ricks, the angry Dracolope. Damn, I've got to get used to saying Dracolope when referring to me. So used to saying Dracolope to me and Jackalope to him. So, yeah, little bit of an error there. Anyway, special thanks to the angry Jackalope, Robert R. Ricks, for pointing this blade out to me. I've really enjoyed using it. I'm going to continue to enjoy using it. And hopefully, in the near future, I can get a custom sheath. Anyway, I've been the angry Dracolope. That's all for now. If you like it, please subscribe, comment and share. And remember, be good to each other.